If not, I don't know how you arrange it as the moderators. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Kabir is around, so he will proceed with the meeting first.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
chip in
So
later.
the floor is yours. The floor is yours. Let me keep quiet.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Dr. Kabir, are you with us?
Yeah,
Can
good
you
morning,
proceed,
good
please?
afternoon, good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible enough, you can hear me, I guess. So, can you hear me? I'm trying to get my connection fixed.
Yeah,
All right, thank you so
I
much.
can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending on where you are joining us from. My name is Kabir Tijani Saleh, and together with me, we have my co-moderator, Mr. Abdurrahman Yusuf Pharmacy. Doctor, sorry about that. Um, yeah, so should we get into it? We have 16 participants at the moment. Should we just wait for a while or should we just start? What do you think?
I think we can just continue. We don't have time. It is Ramadan period. Some of us, we don't
Yeah,
have time to break fasting. If we like delay it, it may comes
Yeah,
like
honestly, I
close the
have
time for
them
breaking
to
fasting. I
if
think we
they
can
keep
just
delaying,
continue.
yes, you are right.
time is already advanced.
Okay, before we start, I would like to give a quick recap about um, the verified scholarship. The verified scholarship. So I welcome you again to the sixth, I think, or seventh edition of the webinar series of verified scholarship. So before we start, verified scholarship is all about it's an independent, voluntary organization with the sole purpose of bringing opportunities to the youth, students, and young-minded people that wants to join the Hunt for Scholarship. We have a Telegram group, WhatsApp group, and YouTube channel, I think, where we are broadcasting all the webinars that we have done. So today's series is going to be on Islamic Development Bank. So, and we have our speakers with me. I will quickly introduce them. For our first speaker, stay with me, please. Yeah, as our first speaker, we have Dr. Muhammad Adamu. Dr. Muhammad Adamu will be our first speaker, and I will quickly uh, introduce Dr. Muhammad Adamu. Dr. Muhammad Adamu is a PhD scholar in Putra University in plant biology. But before that, in his academic journey, he has done his BSc in botany in Federal University Dutse, from which he proceeded with his master's in botany as well in Mewar University, India. He's currently a lecturer in Federal University Dutse, and he would be able to bless us today with an introduction to Islamic Development Bank Scholarship and all we need to know about Islamic Development Bank. So if Dr. Muhammad Adamu is nearby, please, I would like to invite you to the floor. Proceed with the presentation. Thank you so much, sir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Thank you so much, Kabir Tijani Saleh. And point of correction, I'm Muhammad Adamu. Don't put me any title for now.
Yes, sir.
With your permission, I want to share our uh, presentation.
Go ahead, please. I think you are a host already. We can make you a
Okay,
host so you can be able to share the screen.
okay. Uh, Okay. Have you seen the slide?
Not yet.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I think it's coming up now. Yes. Now we
okay.
can see the screen.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
So
My
sorry,
name
sir.
is
Let
Mohammed.
me. We still cannot see the slide, but we can see your screen at the moment. So maybe you need to open the slide first.
What up now?
Uh, we still cannot see. I cannot see. I can just see the screen, but not the slide.
I can only see the
Okay.
screen also. I cannot see the slides.
Maybe you have to
What
Shall
up
minimize
I
your
now?
continue
screen.
here?
What up now?
Hmm.
Still the same thing. Maybe if you can just close it and reopen it again,
Yeah, still
probably.
your
Yeah.
screen is invisible, sir.
Okay. And now?
No,
Maybe you have
What
to
up now?
try
I cannot.
minimizing your Zoom page first. Then you open it.
Oh, okay. I did that.
Okay.
I think, are you sharing the window or you are sharing the screen? If you're sharing the
Yeah,
screen, I mean,
Yeah, I'm sharing the screen.
not the window, right?
Yeah.
And we're not seeing any movement from your screen, actually. We
yeah,
were supposed to
exactly.
be seeing,
At least we should see the cursor moving.
yeah. Well, if it's going to give us a headache, probably you can, if you can send it to me, maybe, and then I
Yeah,
can, yeah, now we can see your cursor moving, I think. So if you open
Okay.
it now, yeah, now it's working.
Now, have you seen it?
not
You,
yet opened. I think it's
And
still loading.
I already opened it. Yeah.
Oh,
Perhaps it's loading.
if you can
let
just
me.
quickly send it to me,
Yeah,
I
you
can
can
open
share
it.
it to one of us.
Okay.
Any of us. Send it to WhatsApp.
So can I share from this angle?
I did several updates.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Let
All
me
right.
share it to Awal.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
that would
sorry
be
for the
okay.
technical.
No, it's part of it.
Okay. Yeah. Awal, have you seen the message?
Yes, I've seen the message. Yes, can you see it?
Come here.
Can you see the
Mm,
screen?
Oga, we cannot. Awal Alasan is sharing his screen, but we are in. Yeah, now
Yeah,
we can
we are
see.
seeing
Yeah.
it now.
You can now see it.
It's clear. We can see it.
You can see it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perhaps you may wish to minimize the window by your right.
Are you okay with it now?
Yeah, we can see it. I think Mr. Mohammed, I don't know if you're. nearby we can proceed.
Okay.
So
Good day to you
Awal,
once again.
Awal, please can you hide the thumbnail video, the window by your right? You can minimize it. Yeah, I think it's clear now.
Okay, good day to you once again. Please accept my apology for the technical problem. My name is Muhammad Adamu. Together with my colleagues, Manir Dair Usman, who share our experience on Islamic Development Bank scholarship. Next, our presentation outline is my part will be the introduction on Islamic Development Bank and Islamic Development Bank scholarship, then the partnership programs and merit scholarship program. Then my colleagues will present on application process of ISDB, and finally Q&A. Yeah, Islamic Development Bank. The Islamic Development Bank, ISDB, is a multilateral development finance institution focused on Islamic finance. It was established in 1975 for infrastructural development, and its headquarters is located in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Currently, there are 57 shareholding member countries, with the largest single shareholding being Saudi Arabia with 22.5%. This is the map showing ISDB members countries. Almost all West African states, with the exception of Liberia and Ghana. Then in northern part of Africa is only the disputed region, Western Sahara.
I move to the next.
I think we mistakenly muted the wrong person, Dr. Wall.
Oh,
Yeah, while trying to mute the other one.
Okay, are you with me now?
Yes.
Okay, let me come again. The Islamic Development Bank, ISDB, is a multilateral development finance institution which focuses on Islamic finance. It was established in 1975 for infrastructural development, and its headquarters is located in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Currently, there are 57 member states, or the countries that are in subscription with ISDB, with the largest single shareholding member, Saudi Arabia, with 22.5%. This is the map showing, the world map showing Islamic Development Bank member countries. In West Africa, only Ghana and Liberia are not part of ISDB, while almost all Northern African states, with the exception of disputed region of Western Sahara. In Western part of Asia, almost they are included. In Eastern Africa, Uganda and Somalia are part of ISDB, while in Southern Asia, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Maldives are also ISDB member states, while in Southeast Asia, Indonesia and Malaysia are also a member. Okay, next slide. Then Islamic Development Bank Scholarship. Islamic Development Bank Scholarship is a scholarship funded by Islamic Development Bank. There are 3 scholarship programs that were funded by ISDB. Number 1 is undergraduate scholarship program. An undergraduate scholarship program was funded in 1983 and is centered for Muslim communities in non-member countries. There are like countries like India, Sri Lanka, and Kenya. They have significant number of Muslim communities, and they are not ISDB member countries. And the Muslim communities in non-ISDB member countries, they are lag behind in terms of education. That is why ISDB launched its undergraduate scholarship in 1983. Then we have Master of Science Scholarship Program for least developed member countries. We already explained we have 57 member countries. Out of the 57, there are 20 least developed member countries, which include like Afghanistan, Benin Republic, Togo, Niger, among others. Therefore, they are the only ones that are benefited, that will be benefited of MSc scholarship. Then the third one is Merit Scholarship Program, MSP for High Technology. And this program is for PhD and postdoctoral research and is open to all 57 member countries. Now, course of this webinar, we will concentrate on only Merit Scholarship Program, in which Nigeria is part of the beneficiary. Apart from these three programs, ISDB have partnership program with top universities, government institutions, and international organizations in order to expand scholarship opportunities for exceptional students and scholars. Among them is President for Turk Abroad and Related Communities, YTB, or Turkish Burslari Scholarship and related. Then there are Moroccan Agency for International Cooperation. In Malaysia, Ministry for Higher Education, Malaysia, ISDB, they have partner with Mohe in Malaysia, then Makerere University in Uganda, Queen Mary University in United Kingdom, and Islamic Solidarity Fund for Development. This is government agency and universities. Therefore, ISDB, they have partnered with this institution in order to provide funds for scholarship. Okay, next slide. Then the Merit Scholarship Program. Merit Scholarship Program was established in '92 to sponsor for PhD and postdoctoral research. It offers scholarship for high study of renowned high-tech university and institutions around the world. The objective for MSP is to develop technically qualified human resources in ISDB member countries by providing scholarship to promising and outstanding scholars and researchers in order to undertake advanced studies and research in the field of applied science and technology, which is needed for the development of the member countries. Currently, there are 17 fields of study for MSP program, which include laser and fiber optic, conductor and semiconductor, polymer science, genetic engineering and biotechnology, nuclear science and engineering, and among others. But maybe someone will say, I'm a biology student or a chemistry student and didn't see anything biology or no. In the field of study, no need to tell your profession. As a biologist, you can apply for genetic engineering and biotechnology, or in agriculture, food technology, or even in system engineering, or medicine and pharmaceutical. Therefore, this field of study, it covers all aspects of science and technology. Okay, next. Okay, the institution of study for MSP program. Special consideration is given to a PhD applicant that secured admission at country and university that have conducted a cooperation agreement with ISDB, such as Malaysia, Turkey, University of Kinbari, and Makerere University. But this you can get the scholarship because the admission is just is not a compulsory. Therefore, successful candidates after application, you can apply for a scholarship. You can apply for admission at one of the reputable institutions at ISDB member countries listed among the top 1,000 in the Time Higher Education ranking. And for postdoctoral research, researchers are invited to undertake their research project at Center of Excellence in ISDB member countries that have facilities and equipment to undertake cutting-edge research projects. The eligibility and requirement, this is some part of the requirement for ISDB MSP program. And number one and most important is the ISDB does not award scholarship to individual. A researcher or a PhD applicant must be attached to any educational, scientific, vocational, or any research institute in order to get ISDB scholarship. And age for PhD, the age is 35 years, and for postdoc is 40 years. And you must have a master's degree. You know, sometimes you can apply direct from BSc to PhD. But in the case of ISDB scholarship, you must have a master's degree. And you should have a above average grade. It's also important. Then working experience. As we know, the ISDB does not award scholarship to individual. You must be attached to any institution. Therefore, by default, you have a work experience. For a PhD, you have the work experience is minimum of 2 years, while for postdoctoral research is 5 years, or 2 years post-PhD experience. Then publication is also important, and publication should be in line with the theme of your application. And proposal is important, and your proposal must be in line with the theme that you choose. You choose a field of laser and optic, therefore your proposal must be in line with the laser and optic field. Okay. Next. Then place of study. For an ISDB scholar you can study in your home country or in any ISDB member countries. This is an opportunity, especially for our women. Some, they don't have privilege as a result of family to travel outside of their countries. Therefore, you can study in your home country, or you can choose to go any ISDB member countries. Benefit of the ISDB scholarship. The scholarship or the recipient of ISDB scholarship will have a tuition fee, and the tuition fee is payable directly to the university. They will not give you the tuition fee, rather they will pay the tuition fee directly to the university. And there is a monthly stipend commensurate with the cost of living in the country of study. We already seen ISDB have partnership with Makerere University in Uganda and with Kunbari University in London. Therefore, cost of living in Uganda and UK is different. Therefore, the stipend is depending on the country you are studying. But wherever you find yourself studying, the stipend will cover your living expenses and what have you. Therefore, don't worry with that. And the cost of medical insurance for treatment at university or government public hospital. You know, when you are outside of Nigeria, even in Nigeria, medical bill is expensive. Therefore, in case you have any medical and health issue, ISDB will cover it. Then number 4, thesis preparation allowance. There is allowance for thesis preparation. There is allowance for conference preparation allowance. And the conference preparation allowance, you can even use it for publication. And there is economy class tickets. Once at the beginning of study from your home country to the place of the study, and at the end to your country. There is installation allowance. When you arrive in any your chosen country, ISDB will give you 1 month installation allowance. And this installation allowance is one-off and is applied for only scholars that are studying outside of their country. And not that the scholarship does not cover the following. The ISDB scholarship does not cover the visa application cost. Therefore, you should take care of your visa process and expenses to bring you or support a scholar family members. They won't give you money in order to support your family. There is no any fund for extracurricular courses or training. Language training not provided by the study program. And there is no additional travel during your study program. The expenses related to research, supplementary, educational material, field trip, participation in workshop, seminar, exchange program, they won't be covered by the ISDB, except when you are accepting the scholarship, you can include the bench fee or whatever, if your supervisor does not have a grant, therefore you can, before receiving your final clearance, you can claim that. But after the clearance, they cannot give you any money for the research. And there is no money often for educational equipment, such as computer or whatever. But your monthly stipend will cover all that thing. Don't worry with that. Okay, next slide. After getting the ISDB scholarship, you have their obligation. Although we didn't plan for post awards in our presentation, we won't present on post award procedures, but you should know before applying there is a bond, a surety bond that you sign. The ISDB, in order to we all know what we are facing in Nigeria, the issue of brain drain. To avoid the brain drain, you must sign a surety bond. The bond will be signed by you and your institution or any legal practitioner in order to immediately after you are studying, you have to come back to your countries, to your home country and continue developing science and related fields. Then you have to devotion to study. This is among the obligation. You must devote yourself in the study to your studying, because when you are awarded the scholarship, you are in a probation of 1 year. In your first year, you must, although it's not a problem, but you have to put in your mind, you need to have a good grade. You have to pass all year. Although here in Malaysia, we don't have much courses, but wherever you find yourself, like Saudi and other countries, you must pass all your courses in order your scholarship to be confirmed. Okay. I think the next slide will take over by Dr. Manir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Muhammad, for this wonderful presentation, and you kept it well on time because I was just about to send a reminder. I
Yeah,
would like to. Yeah.
I know because of fasting, that is why I make it a brief.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for this.
Okay, thank
I
you.
would like to invite on my second moderator, please, to come and take over for the second part of the presentation.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, presenter. This is really wonderful because myself, I did not know much about this scholarship, except right now that you help us to give details about it. So quickly, I would like to invite the second presenter, Dr. Manir Dahiru Usman, who currently is pursuing his PhD in aquatic animal health in University Putra, Malaysia, and he's currently a lecturer in Bayero University, Kano. He was a veterinary doctor and had his master's in aquatic medicine from Usman Danfodio University, from Ahmad Bello University, and he had his veterinary doctor from Usman Danfodio University. So, sir, I would like you to please proceed with the rest of the presentation we have today. Thank you very much.
All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good day to you all. Maybe I will build on the existing protocol. Without much ado, I will be talking about the application process. Once you get the link, that's the website, as you click on it, this is what you will see. This is what you will see. Then you go straight to what you are here for, which is the application. And as soon as you click on the apply button, it will take you to next slide. this is what you will see. As usual, for all sites like this, if you are coming to them for the first time, you will need to register. So you sign up, you register here. Then once you click register, you see it down here. Once you click, it will take you to the next page. Next slide. This is where you will input your contact information. That's personal details. In this, I will want to make some clarification. If you look at it, sometimes, especially, let me speak from experience, I made a mistake, although it was not a serious mistake as far as they are concerned.
It's serious.
Yeah. You see, they only provide for first name and last name. So the mistake I made, I put only my first name and the last name, omitting my middle name. Up till now, even my offer letter is not carrying my middle name because everything is automated. So this is something someone should take note of. If you do it in a rush, you may likely omit the middle name. And you know, policies changes, you never can tell. And one thing about this scholarship is that I don't know, as I said, policies usually changes, but you may not have chance to make any amendment if you make mistake along the run during the application process. So apart from the name, the next most important thing as far as this slide is concerned is the date of birth. Your date of birth also you have to, in fact, that one, if you make a mistake, especially if you increase it, depending on the age, you may disqualify yourself right from there. Also, the religion. You know, the scholarship is exclusively for Muslims. So that should also be taken note of. Next slide. I think this is just the remaining information you need to fill in to complete the registration process before you start the application. So once you finish inputting your details, you click on the submit button and the registration will be completed. Next slide. And you will receive a message like this, directing you to check your email after completing the registration, where they will provide you with a password and a link to activate your account and begin the registration process. So next slide. This is how the email will look like in your email, in your inbox. You open it. Perhaps if you didn't see it in your inbox, you check your spam or junk. Maybe you will see it there. Your email is going to be your username. So once you click the link, it will carry you to the next page. Next slide. This is the next page where you will activate your account. You will create your password as usual. It must be alphanumeric with a combination of both upper and lower cases, then a special character. 8 characters of this combination. You confirm you are not a robot and submit. After submitting, next slide. Then it will take you to this this where you will another step verification. They will send a code to your email, which you will copy from the email and input here, after which you will submit. You may wish to click on the remember this device if you are using your personal device. Perhaps if you may remember, if you may forget your password, although there is a button for forgot password, notwithstanding. Next slide. So this is where the real thing will start. As we all know, the previous presenter has already made it clear that Nigeria is only eligible, or Nigerians are only eligible to apply for the MSP, that's Merit Scholarship Program, or the postdoctoral research program. So you can see they are the one at the bottom, the two programs. To anyone you are applying for, you click on it, it will take you to the next page, next slide. It will show you this, which is normal. It's not like you have a problem in the long run. No, it's just part of the process. It will take you to this, this message will bump up, you click OK, and then it will take you to your profile where you will start inputting your details. Next, this one, you have already input some of the information. It is this additional information that you will need to fill in, after which you will then continue. After this, you will have finished creating your profile and all your biodata. Then the next thing will be the real application process will now start. Next. So once you get here, you will see that you are already having apply here. So if you click on apply here, it will take you to where you will begin the real application process. Next slide. Yeah, all that information you filled in and the other details, they were already screening you. If there is anything there that will disqualify you, they must have told you right from there that you have been disqualified for something else. So once you finish that, then they will even notify you that you have passed the eligibility. Then you will start the application process. You will proceed with the application process. Next slide. So this is the page with everything you will need to complete the application. You have the student information, the academic background, personal background, then PhD study and research proposal, because I selected the MSP in the first place. So that is why it's taking me directly to what you need to complete application process for the merit scholarship program. So PhD study and research proposal, then attachments. After you finish filling all these details, you are going to attach your documents, then a declaration, and from there you submit. So I intentionally jump the student information, academic background, and the professional background, and they move to the PhD study and the research proposal. Because I believe for most people that have reached this stage, filling these things will not be a big deal, inshallah. So, but I want to make some clarification as regards the PhD study and the research proposal. That is why I skip to the PhD study and research proposal. Next slide. So the first thing they ask for is your current area or field of study. That's field of expertise. Let me cite example with myself specifically. One may be confused. My background is the veterinary medicine. So maybe you just see the list of the programs as the first speaker rightly clear the air, that you don't have to panic. We know veterinary medicine is a subsidiary of broader or mother body agriculture. So under agriculture, veterinary medicine is a segment. And even under the veterinary medicine, my specialty is aquatic animal health. So what is important here is that you should make sure your proposal tally with your master's degree, and the group you select for the scholarship. So, like in my own case, I selected agriculture and food technology, and then my field of expertise is aquatic medicine already, and my proposal was on aquatic animal health. So, aquatic animal health, specifically vaccine and therapeutics. Then, apart from the issue of the proposal and that your speciality must tally with your proposal and the speciality, uh, this objective of a thing, there is a way we use to structure our proposal. From my own experience, you may not need you need to not only copy your objectives and just paste there. I think you need to make a background of the problem you are trying to solve. A brief problem and justification, then perhaps the objectives will follow. I think that is, in fact, that is why actually even the whole proposal, if you have somebody, a mentor or someone that you trusted, you can give it for him to check for you, because we all know if you are submitting a document like that, you have to do all those similarity check, popularism and what have you. Because I want to emphasize that this scholarship, especially IDB, you may not have the chance to make any correction. And in our own case, they are not calling for any interview. It's what you have submitted that will speak for you. So the details you give is what will be there to explain what you have and what you are capable of doing. So one has to take very good care while filling the form, to avoid making some silly mistakes that you may not be there to explain. Next slide. This, I think, I have finished explaining. This is the category of the scholarships and how you can select the category that your proposal belongs to. So then issue of university admission, as the first speaker rightly mentioned, you have to declare whether you have an admission. Even if you don't have an admission, if there is a way you can get across a supervisor to give you a pre-admission letter or whatever they call it, that he is ready to admit you, it may go a long way in assisting you, as they always advocate. You have an admission, it's not a requirement, but it's desirable. Next slide. Yeah, sorry, briefly about the last slides. You don't have to go back to the slides. They ask for the reasons why, if you said you have an admission, what are the reasons why for you not joining or starting the program? Basically, I think the most important thing is the funding. So it's a common reason. You can just let them know that it is lack of funding that is making you stranded and not able to travel for the studies. This one, surety nomination or attestation form, already, Dr. Muhammad has already talked about it. You just have to, this one has to be signed and stamped by the head of your institution, whether a director, rector, provost, or whatever. You have to sign and stamp it for you to submit, because it is like a commitment from the side of your institution that they are ready to facilitate your study in case you are successful in your application. Next slide. This is also very important. Yeah, after you have submitted the application, you need to also follow it with prayers, because I remember a statement by one Lazar, who is a staff of the ISDB. When we had a meeting with them, he was saying your selection is not just by luck, but you merited it. Although it's a merit scholarship, you have to pray also, because it is only by Allah's will that you will get there. And we wish you all success in your endeavors. Thank you. I hope I have not taken much of your time.
Thank you very much, Doctor. I think you finished right on time. And I believe we have some questions that you may likely attend to, you or your colleague. But before then, I don't know if my host has some things to add before we go to the question and answer sessions.
I think we can just move to the question and answer sessions. Maybe I will ask questions also during the sessions. Also, maybe just you can move and continue with the question and answers. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you for such a wonderful and comprehensive presentation, Dr. Manir and Dr. Muhammad. I think I'll first go. I have three questions that I would love to ask. So let me first go for the questions before proceeding to the chat box. And also, if you want to ask a question, you can raise your hand by sharing a reaction, or you can type it in the chat box and we can read it out to the speakers. Doctors, my first question is, has it always been like this? Like you said, Nigerians are only eligible for masters and postdoc. Has it always been like this throughout the year, or it's only for 2025 intake that the slots are only for masters and postdoc? So PhD students are not inclusive in this. Probably in 2026, is it going to be the same or it's going to be different? This is my first question. And the second question is about language, TOEFL, GRE, is it required? And the third one is about some of the scholarship is like a loan. Do you have to pay back? Like, are they offering you 50%, and when you are done with studying, like when you get a job, you have to pay back 50% of what they spent on you? I read something like this. Was it like this or it's not like this? So I would love to hear some insight about it. Thank you so much.
Okay, let me respond to your question. Number one is for based on the previous call of application, Nigerians are only eligible to apply for PhD and postdoc due to some reason. And number one, based on my explanation, undergraduate is for only Muslim communities from non-ISDB member countries. This is the first scholarship in which ISDBs have started in 1983. Then later on in 92, they established this merit scholarship program for PhD and postdoc. And we all know ISDB have 57 member countries. And after 6 years of burden merit scholarship program, based on the ISDB observation, least member countries like Togo, Guinea-Conakry, Guinea-Bissau, Afghanistan, and others, they don't have representative for PhD scholarship due to their educational background and what have you. Therefore, to bridge the gap, then ISDB established the MSc scholarship in the year 98 in order to help the least developed member countries after getting the master's scholarship in order to be eligible to get the PhD. Therefore, we can't say maybe next year they will say they can change the policy. We don't know because we are not part of the ISDB board. But based on their previous call of application, Nigeria are eligible to apply for only PhD and postdoc. Then for the English proficiency test, it's optional, it's not compulsory, but nevertheless, like based on my experience, there is a certificate that you can collect from your university where you did your undergraduate that your course were taught in English. I use that certificate. And for whether ISDB is pre-soft loan or 50%, merit scholarship program for ISDB is 100% pre. No need to pay back anything. Only for undergraduate scholarship, because their country is not ISDB member countries, therefore they will pay. But the payment is not to the ISDB. The payment there is like cooperation by ISDB in their country. They will pay when they are working. They will pay some of the, not all, some of the money in order to recycle the program. But for PhD and masters and postdoc is free. I hope I did justice to your question. I don't know whether Mandir have something to add.
Yeah, what I will want to add is as regard the English proficiency.
Okay.
I think why IDB don't give much emphasis on it is that,
yeah,
you see, even after qualifying for the MSP scholarship, you are not going to start benefiting anything from ISDB until you present admission. So that admission is not ISDB that is responsible for securing admission for you. So perhaps you may need that English proficiency depending on the university you will want to apply for admission. Maybe the university may want it as a requirement. So IDB is not putting emphasis on English proficiency, but the university you may choose among the member countries may request for it. Then the second thing I just remembered I will want to shed a small light about it is that for those that have families and may think of the statement that there is no family support, you may not get too scared depending on your lifestyle and the type of country you wish to go. Perhaps in some countries, or let me say in some countries, what the IDB may give you may not be, may be enough for you to take care of your family in some countries. So it should not scare people from applying for it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, this is just a light I wish to shed so that someone will not get scared.
Yeah, maybe in addition, I'm like I'm staying with my family.
Yeah, as an example, yeah.
Yeah, I know my salary will not take only because of the ISDB. Therefore, you can do all the exceptions that ISDB said they will not cover. You can do it with your own stipend.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, even from the chat box, someone can ask, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, please, for some of us that has HND, can we apply for masters directly without undergoing for PG diploma? We already said for Nigerians, you cannot apply for masters, only PhD and postdoc. Okay.
Somebody is asking, please, what is the stipend for a PhD scholar?
Yeah.
So is it because you said that they got you covered, now they want to know your stipend, sir?
Yeah, what I can say is ISDB already mentioned is dependent on the country you are living.
Sure.
Yeah. Therefore, for me, especially, I don't know for my, but you know, based on security and any issues, you cannot come and disclose maybe your age, what you are earning or whatever. But
thank you.
what most important is the opportunity.
If we can get the range, probably if we can just get the range, maybe $200 to $500, so that they can have it in their mind.
Yeah. No. The range based on my expectation and maybe cost of living here in Malaysia, and as example, you opt to do it in Nigeria, it can be from $500 to $1,250. Or $1,200. The minimum would not be less than $500. Okay.
There are 3 questions in the question and answer chat box.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. Can English proficiency letter from university replace TOEFL or English test?
Yeah, it can. Like, even me, I use my English proficiency
Dr. Kabir,
later from
you can check question and
university.
answer box. You can see
Yeah,
there is one question again from
okay.
Ibrahim Hassan.
Yeah, Mr. Nageda said, my question is to the group speakers made an amazing presentation, but all regarding the postdoc or PhD, that's the MSc we that currently hold a bachelor degree. Are we qualified to apply for the first place? Another question is, currently I did not hold any conditional offer of appointment, as thus did not have work experience. How will this affect my eligibility as they all are amongst the top criteria? And the first speaker in person of Madam Muhammad, my able lecturer from FUD, says applying directly for PhD is not possible. As I did not hold a second degree, must I wait to obtain the second degree, or there is a possible waiver for me? So, khair, and may your efforts be rewarded. So basically, he's asking, can he get a waiver without master's degree? Can he apply for PhD directly? Is it possible, sir?
ISDB made it or clear in their requirement. They say you must have a master's degree. And therefore, by default, you cannot apply directly from undergraduate to PhD or a sort of waiver. But the thing that I will add to Negeda is that when I was like him, I even applied for the ISDB scholarship. Yeah, but you know what will be the results. Just if what I wanted you to say, what I want you to say is that you cannot apply. I'm sorry to say you can't apply for direct PhD based on your undergraduate, but provided you have a zeal to apply for ISDB scholarship, just when you have any opportunity, maybe register for MSc program. Immediately after your MSc program, you can apply, and hopefully you can be selected because you already know the requirement and you already have the zeal to apply. And for a scholarship, the moderator already know why they used to give all these conditions. Just in order, there are a lot of competition. There are many applicants that apply for the PU position. Therefore, that is why they even remove BSc to direct BSc to PhD.
Also ask, being a top criteria for work experience,
Yeah.
is there anything like that while applying for this scholarship? Does it require you to have a work experience for this application?
What I can say is, you know, during my presentation, I made mention of brain drain. And that is why ISDB make it compulsory for you to be benefited. You have to be, you need to, you are working in any educational or research institute in order to avoid the brain drain. They spend only God knows for ISDB to train a single PhD scholar. They won't spend not less than 50 to 70 million naira, even in developing country, talkless of developed country. Therefore, and you know, when you have that opportunity to go to other Western worlds or any developed nation and study, you can easily be observed there and work. And the the motive from ISDB was already defeated. But I don't know if he have answer for that, but to me it's no. They can't pay. They can't pay for the one that is not working.
I think I will need to state categorically here. You know, the question before this one is sounding as if Dr. Muhammad has a connection he can, you know,
No.
link him up with. Actually, IDB scholarship, you don't need to know anybody to apply. You don't need to know anybody. In fact, one of the a clause I saw somewhere that if you even know someone working there, you are not supposed to apply. Not even your family member. If you know someone working there, you are not supposed to apply. So it is 100% free and on merit. If you merited it, you will get it. And as Dr. Muhammad rightly said, it was this exclusion of the MSc candidates from Nigeria. It was deliberate because there are at least member countries that were not meeting up with the requirement to qualify for the scholarships. So they limited the MSc scholarship to them so that they can improve their manpower to be able to catch up with a competitive slots for the scholarship. That is why the exclusion of the Nigeria. Nigeria is now considered as a developed country educationally compared to those countries. So that is why the exclusion of the MSc. But there are many other opportunities you can also be checking. After which, if you are so interested in the PhD for the Islamic Development Bank, you can still apply for it. Just have your problem you want to solve on ground and wait for the time. Allah
Please, there is someone asking question in the question and answers, not in the comment box. He says, you said, number one, he has 3 questions. You said that you cannot get the scholarship individually. It is that you must come from academic lecturer. Maybe is it a must that you must be attached or affiliated to an academic institution before you apply? That is number 1 question. Again, second question, it has been answered severally. Does it require English proficiency? That is the second question. The third question, he said, can I apply for with? Maybe he's trying to say, can I apply with end of the session result, statement of result? Thank you. These are the 3 questions he asked.
Okay, number 1 question is not only you need to be a lecturer. The condition is that you have to work in educational. When you say educational, is broad. Is broader, yeah. Scientific. Can
be FC.
Yeah, scientific and technological institution. Technological institution are research institution. Research institution like IITA, NIFO, and all research institute you can apply. Even Naseni in Nigeria is also a research institute. Even NIDA is a research institute. Therefore, the application is not only for lecturers. don't say only lecturers. Then the second question is what? You can and you can apply for your statement. Like I apply for my statement with my statement of results, and later on I presented my certificate. Is it? No, I didn't even present my certificate, but I apply with my statement of results.
Okay.
Thank you, doctors. I think I would want to add on this. Honestly, I also want to make this clear. Mostly we bother ourselves with differentiating statement of result, original certificate, and what have you. This usually applies in Nigeria, but outside Nigeria, whatever document you present to them, so long as it belongs to the institution you graduate from or they communicated with your university, I don't think you will have any issues. They just want to make sure that the document you present is genuine and is issued by the university you claimed it to be from. And I think that is all. So if you have your statement of results, don't bother yourselves if you don't have original certificate, especially if you are a recent graduate. You know, most Nigerian universities take time to issue original certificates. You can easily proceed with the applications with the statement of result you have. I actually bothered myself a lot with the certificate issue, and at the end of the day, I did not even use it. So if you have your statement, you can always proceed with the application.
I think you can open, like, if you like, from the members, if you someone want to ask question direct, he can raise his hand
Yeah.
and you can unmute him and ask his question direct.
Yes. Whoever wants to contribute, ask question, or share some appreciation can have the floor. You can have the floor now. You can indicate and we can let you speak.
Let's give it like 2 minutes.
Chief host, someone is asking, what about those that are not in the group?
Just
How
responded to
can they
him.
get
I
the
just
slides?
responded to him by sharing the link.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
And like we have mentioned before, verified scholarship is an independent, voluntarily organization, or can I call it that? That its sole purpose is providing insight, enlightenment to students, scholars that wants to engage in scholarship opportunities. Most of our beneficiaries are the ones that we're bringing to give an insight, a presentation about their struggle, how they secure an admission into their current position. So we have our YouTube channel from which we are going to upload all the links of, we are uploading all the links of our previous webinars, and we are going to share the link of it in the group as well. We will also share the PDF or this PowerPoint version of the slide presented during this presentation. If you have any question or anything that you
Asia
want to
asked some
contribute to
question in the
this,
group chat, in the comment, in the chat box.
okay, let me check it. What are they considering the most for this scholarship? Dr. Muhammad and Dr. Munir,
Yeah,
like what are they
Manir, I don't
considering?
know. I don't have answer to that question. But
I
maybe
think
Manir.
the 2 or 3 most important things as far as this scholarship. Number one, as it has been stated categorically, you must be an affiliate of a research institute or any teaching, that's academic institution. Then the second thing is your academic what do you call it, academic background. That's you must have, they have stated it there,
Above
you must,
average.
yeah, you must have above average. Then the last thing, I this is based on my understanding. The last thing is your proposal, because as I rightly said, in the application process, these are the things we have given, and there is nothing like interview or whatever. If you send all those things, you only go and pray. I don't know, they may change the policy this year, but there is nothing like interview or whatever. Those things you submitted, they are the one that will speak for you. And as far as I'm concerned, they are the most important thing. So your proposal should be a problem-solving research. That's what I think are the most important.
To add to what Doctor said, I mean, this is for postdoc, the doctorate scholarship and MSc scholarship. However, there are most of you that applied for Turkish scholarship, the TBBS. Like our first speaker, Dr. Muhammad mentioned, EATB, which is the YTB scholarship, is also affiliated with Islamic Development Bank. They are providing free education and stipend for undergraduate scholars. So if you are able to get a scholarship, not on YTB, which is the Turkish scholarship, but on Islamic Development Bank, the only difference is you are not going to be given dormitory, but you'll be given the money for that. So if you apply for the Turkish scholarship that we had webinar previously, and you are not given the Turkish scholarship, but the Islamic Development Bank scholarship, it's even a better opportunity than the Turkish scholarship. So this is part of it too. I think in the absence of any question, we can.
I want to ask question. It's just a single question.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. Uh, Please, if someone is applying for postdoc, maybe he's about to complete his PhD, maybe in 2 to 3 months, and he's not affiliated to like an institution before he start his PhD. Do you recommend that to use his current affiliation during the application, or he's not eligible? Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Doctor, for the eligibility requirement of postdoc, you must have a 2 years post-PhD experience.
Oh.
Therefore, with that, the
You must have an affiliation. Yes, of course.
Yeah, 2 years and 2 years post PhD experience.
I get it. I get it now. Thank you.
Yeah, and before ending the session, checking spam. I know when you submit the ISDB application, they will send you an acknowledgement. That's like for my uncle, they say when I didn't receive any message by September, by August, therefore I'm not being selected. And by September, I didn't receive any, August, I didn't receive any mail from ISDB. Not knowing that they sent a message in my spam. After checking my spam, then I saw a congratulatory message, and they asked to send one ponytin to send my full name and country. I was even amazed that maybe I fall on scammers or whatever, but I saw a corporate mail and I saw a name. I just searched the name in LinkedIn and I saw it's an ISDB staff. Therefore, I feel free. After 2 days of sending my reply, I saw my award letter and medical. I did the medical, then I sent them. They asked for the admission. After the admission, they give you the clearance, then they ask for your visa. And mind, when choosing country, choose the one, although we didn't say the webinar is only for the application, not post-application process, but just choose a country that you can get your visa as easy as possible, because ISDB will not interfere, will not help in securing your visa.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will only begin to enjoy the scholarship after you get to the country of study.
Yeah, like some of the participants, they have interest on the stipend or whatever. Before you start enjoying this, the stipend is given twice in a year, six months. And as we explained, you have to source for your money for the visa and admission. Sometimes admission is cost, but don't worry, you will be given installation allowance. It's not part of your stipend. Installation allowance when you arrive in your home in the country of your study. That installation allowance will cover your visa cost and your admission. Therefore, when you that's what I want to add. Thank you, Dr. Kabir.
Thank you so much,
Doctor,
sir.
I think I have a question too.
Okay.
I don't know, when you talked about medical, I wanted to ask if there is any medical conditions that think may likely stop someone from getting the scholarship.
Yeah, the medical is, although during the application, they ask the certificate of fitness, which is optional. But after you secured the scholarship, they will ask you to do a comprehensive medical check, not a mere medical check. There is a form that they will provided with a form to do the X-ray, chest X-ray, ECG, stool examination, urine examination, blood examination, including HIV, hepatitis, and many diseases. The issue is that the medical is not for ISDB consumption. Mostly is dependent the country you are studying. Like when you choose to study in Malaysia, and if you have a hepatitis, it's a no-go area. Therefore, in order to be free from that problem, you must be deported when you have a hepatitis B or even S and other drug they even used to do the drug test. Therefore, medical examination is very important. But based on our experience, is for the university you are going. There are some countries that they have restriction for some certain diseases. Yeah.
Doctor,
thank you very much,
I think additionally, hello?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you can hear
Doctor.
Additionally, I think one of the reasons why IDB may be interested in your medical history, you know, they will be
insurance. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Insurance.
they will be responsible for your health when you get to where you are going. So all your medical expenses, they will be the one to take care of them. So if you didn't let them know that you have certain elements until you get there, you may have problem with them. Yeah, and you know, some people can be corny. They may not even have the sickness, and they will go there and be doing some dubious things. And if you tell them it's serious problem that they may not be able to take care of, perhaps that may disqualify you.
Yeah, exactly.
And they made it clear for dental and eye, they said they will not cover it. For dental, dental issue, dental and eye.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Abdurrahman. I think I will take this session to give a vote of thanks to my host, Dr. Muhammad Sanim Muhammad and Dr. Awal Alassam Musa for giving us this opportunity. Well, as we are just rounding up, Mr. Mukhtar wanted to ask something. So with your permission, I was rounding up to close the session, but should we get one last? Okay, Mr. Mukhtar, you can go ahead, please.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Mr. Mukhtar, please listen in.
I think he might have network issues.
Hello?
I think he
Please go
might
ahead if you can
have
hear us.
issues with network.
Yes. So when it comes to reference letter.
Okay, I think he wants to ask about reference letter. Would there be need of uploading
Yes.
any reference letter from your supervisor or any academic? All right.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum. During the application process, there is no space provided to add a reference letter. But you know, you submitted your CB is part of the attachment. Therefore, in your CB, you should indicate your referees. But I don't know after award. I forgot. Dr. Mandir, after award, did they ask to submit a referee?
There's nothing like referee.
Yeah, your nomination form is already your referee.
Yeah. There is your T-bond, and there is even your acceptance letter. Your university or institution must endorse it.
Yeah. They are all your referees.
All right, I think.
Yes, Doctor. Please, I'm very curious in statistics and what have you. Please, on average, every year, how many people do they used to award this scholarship to? Maybe 200, 300, I don't know.
Come on, Ahmad, you can answer.
The issue is that before we don't have any forum where like ISDB scholars used to interact. Only after you graduate, then you onboard ISDB alumni. Do you get me, Dr. Awal?
Yes, I got you.
Like we don't have a WhatsApp or any forum that we used to interact as an ISDB scholars. But we know in Malaysia, there are many ISDB scholars, especially in UM and UTM. But based on what we know, I, Dr. Munir, and is Dr. Sadiq, we are all in the same. We are all awarded in the same year, and there is one in UTM, Dr. I forgot his name. Therefore, and on average, I don't know the statistic on the ISDB beneficiaries or how many they are awarded per year.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. Thank you.
Okay.
Last question in the chat box. Okay, Kabir?
Do we have any other question in the chat box, sir? Can you read
Yes,
it out?
yes,
I
there is
cannot see
last
any.
question in the chat box.
Okay, please, can you read it out? I cannot
You
see
said,
it.
Assalamu alaikum, sir, is statement of purpose required? I think one of the speakers.
Yeah, is this, I think this Mukhtar Hussein, the one that raised up his hand, need to ask a question, and he have some network glitch. Mr. Mukhtar, statement of purpose is not required. Only your, I think AC is only your proposal.
Maybe we will share the MSP requirement to the group so that everybody can check.
Yes, yes, yes. This is a good idea.
Yeah, and
Please,
don't
can I
panic.
upload admission? Can I upload an admission from a private university?
No. ISDB, the university in which ISDB used to be is government university. And they should be top 1,000 universities in the world. No any private university. Even for your medical insurance, it should be in the government or your university hospital.
And among the top 10 in the country of
and among top 10 of the country of your study, or 1,000 in the world. And Dr. Awal, he know what to make 1,000, top 1,000 university in the world.
It's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult
Yeah.
to come like among the 1,000, first 1,000.
You can actually look at Nigerian universities and see how many of them are in
There's
the
no
top
one.
1,000.
There's no one. Thank you.
So it's really not easy.
I think we can close up the session now.
Yeah,
All
thank you
right.
very much, everyone.
Maybe Dr. Muhammad
Yeah,
Sani may have something to say before we go. If he's not sleeping.
Yeah. I need my old friend,
yes.
Maybe he forgot me. We meet in one PTDF interview at Kaduna last 3 years.
Maybe he's
are you talking
currently
to me?
sleeping.
Muhammad Sani.
Yeah,
He's
Muhammad
currently
Sani.
sleeping, maybe.
What time is it there?
Yes, it is early in the morning in US. Dr. Kabir, you can close the session.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Muhammad Sani. Thank you so much, Dr. Awal Alasan Musa. And Dr. Abdurrahman Yusuf, thank you. I wish you can proceed to thank our speakers, but if you want, I can do that too.
Yeah, please do it on my behalf, sir.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you so much, Dr. Muhammad Adamu, Dr. Manir. Thank you so much for providing us with this comprehensive presentation. We really appreciate your time and effort, and may Allah bless you in this holy month. Thank you also for the speakers for tuning in, and I hope it has been a wonderful session for you and you benefited from one or two things. And please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any question in the group. And we also shared the group link for people that are not yet in the group. So stay tuned for our next webinar and see you next time. Thank you so much once again.